Hey, welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to sell land that won't sell. That annoying parcel of land. I'm going to show you how to be a little bit different, and you're going to sell it faster than air fryers. All right, I've got several points to make in this video. First, I'm gonna show you how to give it a facelift, your land a facelift, and turn more eyeballs. I'm gonna teach you also how to market it everywhere and be everywhere so you're getting lots of exposure to it. And lastly, I'm gonna show you how to be a little bit different from others. All the other parcels of land out there, be a little different so you can sell yours way faster. All right, who doesn't enjoy a good facelift? So I want you to think about this, the way they sold land back in the 80s and 90s, they would just take a picture of it, one picture, or it might not have even had a photo. They might have just put a sign out front. If no one's driving by that land, the people driving by it that aren't interested in buying it, then that land didn't get sold. It sat on the market for years. Now with the internet and social media and everything we've got, we want to showcase this land. We want to take the best photos possible. And also, don't just stop at photos. I want you taking video. And I want like wide angle, slow pan videos. And then finally, I want the eye in the sky. I want the drone footage. And all these things combined create magic, and eventually will get you more money and get your land sold faster. So how do you get all these done? Maybe you've got the iPhone 5 or 6, that's not gonna cut it. I don't want you going out there taking the old Polaroid cameras or even allowing your realtor to get away with that. Oftentimes you can just hire a realtor, a good land specialist realtor that deals in this, and they'll hire that professional photographer, drone person, you name it. But maybe you don't want to have a realtor take care of this. Well, there's other options like Pixvid.com. That's Pixvid, like video.com. Or a third and final option is Droners.io. This allows you to put your job out there for drone pilots to bid on in your area. So they'll go out there and take photos, high quality, wide angle photos, video, and drone footage. So I want you to think about this. You've got a buyer out in Wisconsin, and you got your land in Florida or Arizona or Colorado, and you got someone from Wisconsin or Michigan or New York, someone in New York looking to get out of the city. They want to buy this land, but they can't just fly out and check out this land. But they can sit from the comfort of their own home or their office when they're supposed to be working, sipping coffee, looking at your pictures and your video and your drone footage, and they can make the decision way faster, or put a down payment, or go ahead and open escrow to buy this land that you're selling if you're offering way better footage than, say, a sign out front, or a Google image photo that they provide. You can still provide the Google image photo or a copy or a picture of the GIS map that shows like the perimeter of the land or the way the land's located or the size and the shape, but you also want to offer high quality, high resolution photo, video, and drone footage. That's the facelift I'm talking about. That's when it can get the eyeballs looking at your land. So I want to take a step back. One thing you want to do before you take these photos, I want you to make sure that property is ready to be showcased. My dad, he's done 55 land deals now, and he's done manual labor his entire life, and this land game has really changed his life, creating a business that serves him and his family and eventually others. So he'll go out and actually mow the land if he's got the ability to, if he's close enough to the land. And this gives buyers the idea of where the land lines are located. We'll also put stakes out. One of his first parcels, I remember going out with him and putting actual stakes out for the buyer. They had already made their down payment, their dock fee, but what was really cool was like they asked us, can you go out and put stakes? And it was really easy. Like we were able to kind of figure out, looking at the GIS map, like seeing the dimensions of the land and looking at where the neighbor's fence was, we were able to tack in stakes. So if you mow it, maybe put some stakes out. Another pro tip my dad does is he'll sometimes clear the brush. Like he'll hire a brush hog company or a bush hog company. He even knows a local land clearing company. He won't clear the entire parcel. He'll clear little pieces of it to where it knocks down the underbrush. He'll leave like the beautiful trees, things like that, but like the weeds and the brush, and it gives buyers a better idea of what they're buying, and then take your photos and your video and your drone footage. So I just wanted to take that step back and add that in there. All right, now that land looks bomb diggity, it's ready for some marketing. I want to think about being everywhere. I want you to be omnipresent, and I'm gonna give you several things, several places you can go to get this land in front of the most eyeballs possible. Like it's gonna be pure eye candy. So let's talk about the first one, Facebook. Facebook. Whether you love it or hate it, I don't care what your thoughts are on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, then find someone that is, aunt, cousin, brother, sister, daughter, grandchild, I don't care. I want you to get those high quality photos and your drone footage on the Facebook buy-sell groups, buy-sell trade groups, buy-sell marketplace. There's even groups out there that have just land for sale. I want you getting this thing on there and answering like the questions like where it's located at, how far it is from the Walmart, these little things where people might be asking questions about it. Number two, the second place I want you to put it on is Craigslist. Craigslist, I sold my first 10 parcels of land on Craigslist, valuable site. And third, I want you to put some signs out. I want you to have a sign on the property, 3 acres, must sell, will finance, and your phone number, and be ready for some phone calls. And don't just put signs on your property. I want you to think of it as like your property is up here on my fingernail, and then this is a road to get to it, and then there's another road, and then this is like the cul-de-sac, and then this is the main intersection where people come to that area. I want everybody at this main intersection seeing your sign as well. And maybe this is another street that they turn on. I want there to have a sign there too. I want you to get at least 10 or 12 signs out there. That might seem like a lot of work, but it's really not in the grand scheme of things. You want to get this parcel of land sold. This is a pain in the butt. This thing won't sell. I'm showing you all these methods, all these techniques. If you just take half of what I'm saying here, you're going to sell this problem child. Next, I want to talk about a couple paid websites where people actually go searching for land to buy from people that are selling it by owner. These paid sites are worth their weight in gold. The first one I'm talking about is landhub.com. Landhub.com. I sell land all the time on landhub.com. Another one that I love is landcentury.com. And all these things are under $50 a month to use this. If you're not using a realtor, you want to use these sites because they're very inexpensive. And think about it, if you're gonna make 10, 12, 20, $30,000 on this one land transaction, you can spend $50 to advertise for this parcel of land. So landcentury.com is another one. Landmodo.com is another good one. Start with one. If you got multiple parcels of land for sale that won't sell, then I'd put them, go to all 3 of them. And finally, my final point I can make today about getting this thing marketed, getting it in front of the most eyeballs possible is talk to a land specialist realtor. I want you to look at where your land is at and find a real estate office that's closest possible to this land and call them. Say, hey, I've got 5 acres down the street from you. I want to talk to your land specialist or whoever deals in land in your office. And they're either going to have someone or they're not. If they do, talk to that person. If they don't, ask for a referral to someone else, another real estate office that deals in land. All right, say that you can't find a realtor by calling around. I want you to go to one more website, and that's called landwatch.com. This is a great place to sell your land too, by the way. Landwatch.com, you put in your county, let's just say it's Lake Placid, Florida, or Highlands County, Florida, and I want you to scroll down through the land listings until you find the actual land specialist that is a licensed real estate agent, and call that person and see what they would be willing to do if they listed your land. Like, what are all the steps they take? Maybe they already pay for all those websites. Maybe they offer the drone footage and the video and the photos. Maybe you can kill like multiple birds with just one stone by hiring that land specialist realtor. So that's kind of like the secret trick. The pro tip right there is finding that great realtor. So when you find that person, like, you want to keep finding land deals because they're going to sell them all day long. All right, so before I make my final point, how to be different from everyone else and get this problem land sold, the land that won't sell, I want you to throw something in the comments. Like, if you're dealing with something like a particular land situation, throw it in the comments. I read these things, I reply to them. So please feel free to comment on like the struggle that you're dealing with. If you have a piece of land that won't sell or something that you did that made your land sell, I'd love to know about it as well. And also like this video. All right, so how to be different than everyone else. One thing that we do, we sell a lot of land. Sometimes we'll sell like 5 or 6 parcels of land in 1 week. I do obviously all these steps I've already given you, but we do something called the puppy dog close. We allow people to sometimes depending on where the land's at, if it's like recreational land in the middle of nowhere in the woods, we'll let them try it out for a weekend or camp on it, like things like that. Once people use it, they love it, they fall in love with it, and they want to buy it. So we've done things like that for problem child land or land that won't sell. Another thing is holding seller financing is very powerful. And you might be confused or lost, or that might make you a little nervous holding seller financing. It's very easy. You can actually take a down payment and then a monthly payment. And this opens up your buyer's pool. Not a lot of people are walking around with $10, $20, or $30,000 cash in their pocket, but a lot of people are walking around with $1,000 and they can afford $400 or $500 a month for a contracted period. So what we call that is land contract. So we'll write a contract that someone's gonna give us $1,000 down, $500 a month for 60 months. And once they pay it off, we transfer the land to them and they can use it, they can camp on it, they can build a fence, whatever they want. And this helps us sell a lot of land that won't sell. One of the first land deals I'd ever purchased, I thought it was a buildable lot. It was just under 1 acre in Colorado. Turns out I could not build a house on it because you need 1 acre in Colorado to put a septic system. Well, this land was so far away from the sewer lines, it was unbuildable. So I put some signs out, we took good photos and video, and we offered financing. It was like $1,000 down, $300 a month for 60 months, super cheap parcel of land. And guess who bought it? A truck driver, a guy that comes through once a month. He just wanted to park on his land and not in the Walmart parking lot. He wanted to park in the middle of nowhere so he can have a fire, camp out, and just enjoy his land when he came through Colorado once a month. So great story. It allowed me to sell a piece of land that would not sell. As you know, I teach people how to do this all the time. I have a tried and true method, making my students an absolute fortune, buying land at massive discounts and turning around and selling it for premium and retail prices in their sleep. I get success stories every day from students making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in a month. So if you're interested in something like that, building a business that will serve you and your family and eventually others, go ahead down to the description below to thelandsharks.com and schedule a call. We'd love to see what your goals are, and if we feel like a good fit for each other, I'd be honored to coach you.